coming off this mission, but there are reports of child soldiers taking over Masa Village after the CFA got wiped out there. They've been raiding the surrounding villages, so the people have requested we eliminate them. Check your mission list for the details.
Boss, the CFA soldiers deployed to Walla Yamasa have been annihilated. There are no signs of combat, nor any endemic disease. All the adults just disappeared. Only children were left. All those kids were ever taught was how to fight, and now they're free of the control of adults. They've become a regular bunch of marauders, raiding nearby villages, beating people and destroying property.
Capture the White Mamba, the child soldier's commander, and bring him back to Mother Base. First off, head for Walla Yamasa.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Where are your friends?
outpost captured. Enemy presence detected. Extraction
Your
arrived.
target, the White Mamba, showed up in this village out of the blue and took command of the child soldiers.
Outpost.
The surrounding villages have been victims of their raids and brutality ever since. But if you extract their commander, those kids will have no choice but to stand down. Should wrap up the whole situation. They're still kids. You can't kill any one of them, including the commander. If things get rough, neutralize them by knocking them out or by tranquilizing them.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated. Caution, rain approaching.
Okay, subject is in.
So you're the so-called White Mamba. Something tells me that's not the name your parents gave you.
Extraction.
You lose, Commander.
Mission info has been updated. Support helicopter requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Welcome to outer heaven. We got rules around here. Never draw a weapon on a fellow soldier. You got that? Anyone here can use a knife or a gun. What you're gonna learn is how to use your head.
Let's move!
When you get that under your belt, then you're free to leave.
Job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Boss, welcome back.
Staff assigned. Select unit. Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Mission list updated. Please select a mission.
2 engineers are being held in the observation post southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. Boss, your mission is to rescue them. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. They were dispatched to the area by an international health organization, but disappeared shortly after. Extract the 2 targets and help them escape the country.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Rescue the 2 prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoya. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
Buddy has infiltrated Outpost. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Super Delta 6. Het kan door het vier. Moet vijandelijke activiteit wees. Word. De CFTF begrijpt.
Analysis complete. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
Analysis complete. Analysis marker placed. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Hands up. Missed it. Talk.
The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Some will run. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Analysis complete.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Post captured. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Buddy has infiltrated Outpost. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated.
De CFD begrijpt. Wat defensieve posities. Instruct die sniper. Uit. Alles gespannen. De CFD. Vijandige aanval in actie. Allieerden. Onboord voor gevecht.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's the target.
Analysis complete.
What's going on? So, here to save me. I was called here to transport and set up equipment at a medical facility and examine the patients there.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate.
Mission info has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examine the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand! Hold her still! Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tighten security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli.
Welcome home, boss.
I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Boss.
Please select a mission.
Gotten used to this place?
I guess so, yeah.
That's good. It is pretty unique, after all.
Yeah, I was confused by a lot of things at first.
Select
but
unit.
I feel welcome.
Staff
Well,
dismissed.
that's what counts, right? Nobody here
Staff
treats you differently
assigned.
based on your color or country. In that respect, it's very open-minded.
Yeah, I don't know what the future holds, but for now, I plan on staying.
Glad to hear it. Looking forward to working with you.
Same here.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
making me a diamond dog. I look forward to serving under you.
Unit dispatched. Please the landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Thank you, boss.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Thank you,
Support
boss.
helicopter has arrived.
Gaining altitude.
Please specify a project. Develop. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Development complete. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Develop. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission.
Boss, this contract comes from the Mbeli rebel militants. That's right. That general's fighters. Recently, one of their child soldier platoons staged an insurrection and split from the main group. Thing is, they took a hostage with them. The general's brother. His number 2. The contract is to extract both that prisoner and the leader of the renegade platoon. The message reads, "I love my brother. You must bring him back to me alive." It also says this about the leader of the child soldiers. He is an excellent soldier. I want to persuade him to rejoin the ranks of the righteous. Sounds a little too forgiving for the man who ordered those kids dead at the mine. I wonder what kind of persuasion the general has in store. With that in mind, here are your objectives. First, rescue and return the general's number 2 as requested. Second, extract the renegade leader, and we'll keep him at Mother Base. In other words, extract both targets out of the region. Good luck, boss.
Mission accept. Heading to Central Africa.
Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
Caution, rain approaching.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated outpost. The map has been updated.
High ground.
Marker
Looks perfect for reconning the village.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete.
Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. There he is, the commander. Extract him.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Bantu ya buta ya mbele etikaka mosi beto nyonso bampangi.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ni mafe menga ekilo kamasa kulambi nambi.
Enemy presence detected.
Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Alright, now you just need to extract the General's number 2.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Support helicopter requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Venga, ¿qué quiero? ¿Qué pasa? Lambi,
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Weather will clear shortly.
No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Departing.
Good work.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop.
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties.
But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected?
During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected.
A new job's come in. It's a hit. On the human trafficker who sent Shabani and the others to Nzoya Badia Bulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Please select a mission. Please select a mission.
Boss, there's a target on the run somewhere on the Savannah. Your job is to find and eliminate him. He's a logistics officer for the PF known as Rogue Coyote. On the side, however, he colluded with the Buta regime, abducting people from Mbele villages and supplying them as slave labor. That's right. He's a human trafficker. His victims ended up all over the place. Brothels, black market, organ trade, diamond mines. And he was the one who sent Shabani and the other kids to the Devil's House. But then an Mbele rebel group finally added him to their hit list. The target decided it was time to quit, and now he's trying to leave the country. If he makes it back to his country, he'll be no more than a civilian, and he'll avoid facing a court-martial. Like so many other war biz junkies. I'll bet he plans on enjoying a new live finance with his blood money. The client's order is to take him out. How you go about that is up to you, boss.
Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the Savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
Be careful down there, boss.
Map is being updated. infiltrated outpost. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Marker placed. The caution, rain approaching. Guard post captured. You have arrived at your destination.
Talk. 머리들을.
You have arrived at your destination.
Spit it out.
You gonna extract him?
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Buddy has infiltrated outpost. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. And the map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Guard post captured. You have arrived at your destination.
Hands up. Spit it out.
머리들을.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Buddy has infiltrated Alpha. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Let's come on!
Analysis complete.
Bisa disambung.
Analysis complete.
Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO.
Analysis
He hopes that
complete.
by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Weather will clear shortly. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Picked up an intel file, huh? According to this information, the target is headed for Gazeba camp.
Extraction.
We also have his movement route.
Base.
I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Lusa disso. Lusa di... Sambung lagi.
on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. Analysis. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Is she okay?
Analysis.
That's the target.
complete.
Eliminate him,
Analysis
however you see fit.
complete. The map has been updated.
Target extracted. We'll let the client know he's been dealt with.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Marker placed.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs.
That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
Boss, about Eli. No matter how many times we talk to him, he just won't listen. He sees everything in terms of victory or defeat and still won't accept that you beat him. We're gonna have to put him in his place. Again. If you don't mind, come back to Mother Base and go another round with him.
Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
Select unit. Staff has been quarantined.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
We placed the White Mamba and the rest of his unit in the staff living quarters.
How's that going?
It's a disaster, but what else can we do? We've taken away his weapons and banned him from using his nom de guerre. Apparently his real name is Eli. He must feel like we stripped him of his whole identity. We'll let things simmer down. I put a guard on him for now. Still, the question is, who is he? Where did he come from? And how has he survived?
He's still not talking.
No, he won't say a word about himself. But you know, it looks like he speaks English. One of the deck crew called out to him in English, and he said something back. He just lost it all of a sudden, started mouthing off at the guy, in perfect English. He wasn't stringing together words he picked up somewhere.
So English is his mother tongue?
He could be from the east, or the south, or maybe even further north or south. English is well established in countries all across the continent. It's rooted in Africa like a weed, or maybe parasite is the better word. So just speaking English doesn't help us figure out where he comes from.
Could even be from off-continent.
Right. In any case, we'll keep an eye on him. If we learn anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention, but it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa?
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection. Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil-filled facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.